Hey, it's Callie. We are talking about something very important today, something all of us women struggle with, and something that has one clear solution. And so today we're talking about how to become magnetic and confident without losing who you truly are. Because I know that most of us have at some point felt invisible, overlooked, or like we need to change who we are or prove our worth in order to feel like we're loved. That is because there's this invisible imprint in your subconscious that's telling you that you are not worthy enough, that you have to become worthy, but in some way, shape, or form. So let's break this down and let's talk about how we can change the deficiency into magnetism and confidence. Okay, so if you are struggling with feeling deserving, you are likely to be somebody who potentially replays old conversations in your head, might shrink yourself around certain people who inspire you, who you feel maybe intimidated by. Maybe you chase validation or you feel remorse for situations where you don't feel like you gave your best or your all. I'm here to tell you that that is not your fault whatsoever. And it is completely changeable. What it is your subconscious beliefs of what you feel you deserve. And these feelings are actually a good sign because these feelings are directing you in the areas and the wounds of which need to be healed. And once we heal that, we become this unstoppable magnet. So really, these are just signs. And at the end of the day, magnetism isn't about becoming somebody. It's not about trying to change who you are in order to match somebody else. We can all feel those people who are tryhards, those people who are just trying to be like somebody else. Magnetism is not trying harder. Magnetism is shifting that underlying energy underneath into unshakable confidence, unshakable knowing of who we are. And so we can fake confidence, and you know the term fake it till you make it. We could potentially fake confidence, but that's only half of the solution. That's not the underlying root of the solution. A lot of the time when we try to fake confidence and we're faking it till we make it, it can get really challenging to keep going, and the sustainability in that is very limited because what we're doing is we're just trying to override the subconscious programming without identifying and actually reprogramming that subconscious underlying belief system. So we're totally missing one really important piece of the puzzle when we're just trying to fake it till we make it. Okay, so this is why I'm going to talk about this whole puzzle today in actually becoming magnetic through reprogramming our limiting beliefs and taking action. Both. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Callie, and I am the founder of the Self-Worth System for Women, where I help women actually take their subconscious beliefs and change the limiting ones into abundant thoughts, abundant beliefs to make you a magnet for what it is that you truly desire. And this isn't magic. This is true neuroscience. This is practice. This is knowing the blueprint in order to knock those wounds out of the way so we can live our most aligned, authentic life. Now, a lot of you might click away because we like to learn quickly. We like to go and get information as quickly as we can. But I want you to try something different. I want you to stick to the end of this video because what I'm going to share with you is going to give you a new mindset on what it is that you're currently attracting and why you're attracted to the things you're attracted to, and how you can change this mindset and paradigm for good so you can actually become aligned with your true self. But first, in order to transform, I want you to subscribe because what you pay attention to and what you absorb is what you become. And so I want you to expose yourself to this type of content regularly. This is going to help change your mindset and your belief system. Okay, so first I just want you to imagine carrying a heavy bag everywhere you go. Like a really heavy bag. So even when you put on new clothes, you have a nice, hot, sexy new outfit, or if you're going to a new, fun, exciting new place, this weight is bogging you down. It is so heavy and you just feel like you have to bring it everywhere. It's like a part of you. And ultimately, you've kind of learned you don't really need the bag, but there's this thing that's like attaching you to it that's making you feel like you do. At the end of the day, it is so exhausting and it's not serving you, and it's proven to not serve you over and over again, but it just keeps coming. Why? Because it's serving your fear of needing it. It's serving the fear because you've needed it in the past, maybe once or twice when it was important. And so now you feel like you can't live without it. Now, the secret to confidence and magnetism is not trying to make things work with this bag. It's not the fake it till you make it, because this bag is still going to exist, whether we fake it or not. It's not trying to make it work. The solution is allowing this heavy, unnecessary bag and allowing yourself to feel safe enough to let this bag go. And how do you do that? You rewrite the script in the mind that says that you need it because of an instance in the past, so that you can make space for new beliefs and new stories that are aligned with the new outfit, with the new places you're going, with the places you want to see, with the people you're going to meet. You want to make room. You want to make space. And you can't do that until you feel safe. Now, allowing yourself to let go of this bag is not super easy, or else everybody would do it. But it's possible, and there is a very streamlined way in doing so. So today we're going to touch on that. How to reprogram the subconscious beliefs that make you think that you need the responses, the having to approve of something, to be validated, to be enough by somebody else, to deserve that by making enough money or finding the right partner or getting the things, the material things. Whatever those beliefs are that are holding you back from the life that you truly desire, that I'm only going to be enough when, we're going to learn how to release those subconscious beliefs. Okay, so I want you to think about somebody who you're inspired by, who you're drawn to. Somebody that has like a magnetic energy that you just feel, that you're like, okay, this person is magnetic and they get what they want. They get what they desire and they do not stop. They just know they deserve it. I want you to think of somebody. Think about who they are. They likely have a deep-rooted assurance in who they are. And that doesn't mean they have to be perfect. It doesn't mean they don't have flaws. Absolutely not. What it means is that they're accepting of everything that comes in that package. And they have the assurance that even if they face challenges and obstacles along the way, that they are able to withstand them without a heavy bag, without a reassurance, without validation, without these externals, with this deep inner knowing of who they are inside. That's going to be you. This is why you are drawn to them, because that energy, that deep inner knowing, that is magnetic. And when you live from this place, people can't help but be drawn to you. They just can't help it. And when you become self-confident, you have this deep inner knowing as well. And you will be able to see how you can inspire others to be the same. So I used to be incredibly self-conscious. I used to be incredibly nervous about what other people thought of me, about getting validation, about being enough. But now the ego is out of the way. And I realize that this deep inner knowing of me, of who I am, allows me to live my purpose of inspiring others to do the same so they can go and they can create light in other areas. So really, this is a selfless act. This is not a selfish act. It is a chain reaction. It's beautiful. So just for a moment, close your eyes. Remember a time where you felt completely at ease, where you just felt safe, where you felt protected, where you were not trying to impress anybody and you were just being you. And just think of the first thing that comes to mind of where you were. And maybe you were joking with a friend, or maybe you were walking along a beach. Maybe it's something unexpected. Just think about that place and notice how the body softens. Maybe you want to take a breath. Maybe your shoulders relax. And that energy, that ease, that's magnetic. And when you live from here, people can't help but be drawn to you because you're truly living in your worth. You're living in who you really are. What you need to do here is first reflect on, who am I? What makes me me? What makes me happy? What makes me joyful? What brings me ease? Maybe one or two things. Just start to think about those things and then start to do them. Discipline. Set it in the calendar. Do it every day. Do those one or two things that allow you to feel like you are you. That allow you to feel like you are magnetic in a certain area, that you are confident in a certain area. And what that's going to do is create a chain reaction where you start to develop that muscle in the brain, that pathway that says, I can do this. I'm worthy. I love it. I'm me. And every time you feel those, I need to be validated, those moments of somebody please validate me, please, I need this external push, or I'm not enough, or this voice inside your head. Start to look at that from an objective point of view and say, what is that? And just start thinking about that. What is that? That's okay that that's there, but what is that? That's not true. That's not me. And we're going to start to create stories. This is me. This is a story. This is me. This is a story. And when we label, we can start to identify what our limiting beliefs truly are, and then we can start to hold them, love them, and we can remove them from our storyline, because we then know that it is not us. It is simply the limiting belief holding us back. And we know what is us because we've been spending time getting to know who we are. So if you're ready to stop the cycle of limiting beliefs getting in the way of attracting the life you truly deserve, say yes in the comments. Another thing that is a bit of a hindrance to our growth, and I don't think it's talked about enough, is that we see women all over social media telling you to change your habits or change your looks to become confident, but confident isn't external, it's subconscious, and the external is the result of what the subconscious is. I see women that are so beautiful on social media, and then you see them in real life, they just feel like there's something up inside. It's felt. And then you see some women that may not look as beautiful in a photo, but then in real life it's breathtaking, because energy speaks volumes. And so I'm telling you that once you heal that imprint that's keeping you stuck, that subconscious limiting belief that you aren't enough, then confidence becomes natural. You're more inclined to go get that pedicure or to go take some self-care time. It just comes natural. It's not forced anymore. And then you naturally become a light from others from the inside out to help inspire other people around you, because it's not something that you're kind of just missing the whole beginning step. You're really emulating that from the inside out. And that's how it becomes sustainable and inspiring. Okay, so I talk about this a lot in the self-worth system, but every single emotion that you emit, it has a vibration. So it has an emotional frequency to it. And so that frequency, that emotion broadcasts outward. And my partner says this to me often. He says, my energy is so strong. So whenever I'm in a state where I'm low frequency, he says that the whole room can feel it. And my family has told me that as well. It makes it that much more true. High frequency emotions like peace and joy, they attract experiences that reinforce those feelings. And low frequency emotions like shame, guilt, fear, that attracts experiences that reinforce those feelings. And this is not spiritual woo. There is neuroscience behind this. Your brain is wired to seek, notice, and try and attain the things that are familiar to them, that vibrate in a similar frequency to what it is used to. So when you grow up stuck in a low frequency emotion, in a low frequency vibration, in a challenging childhood, or a really challenging experience in your life that was very impactful for you, but it was low frequency, then your brain is going to revert to that. And it's going to think, okay, well, this is familiar. I am deeply unworthy of anything more. This is what it is. This is what I'm expecting. And so we're going to seek out people that are, going to not treat us that well. And we're going to feel a spark with somebody who mirrors our wounds. And if you're vibrating in fear, your relationships and your jobs are going to be unstable, and they're not going to make you feel fulfilled. And that's because emotions really aren't bad. It's really just because it's a mirror trying to show you what your limiting beliefs are and how to unblock them so that you can begin to access the things that you truly desire. The only time emotion can become bad or not helpful is when we feed into those emotions and we start attaching our worth and who we are to what our brain sees as familiar. That's the only time it becomes really hard. And I have a feeling a lot of us are there. And I just want you to know that this is completely reversible. Those things that you're attracting, they're messengers. They're sharing with you your subconscious feelings inside. It's not who you are, and it's not your worth. The problem is when you identify with them, when you say, I am worthy, I am unlovable, I am broken, when you say those things, what you're doing is you're locking yourself in that frequency. So you're doing the nail in the coffin. You're like, okay, this happened to me. This is what I'm attracting. This is what I'm worthy of. That's it. End of story. And then we don't treat ourselves very well. And then we start attracting more people and experiences that confirm it. But when we just simply create a new meaning to our emotions, and what I call neural repatterning in the self-worth system, when you start creating a new thought process for the emotions that you're experiencing, for the events that you're experiencing, then you can start building compassion for that experience, for what you're going through. And then you can build safety. And then you can start to transition those limiting beliefs into more empowering thoughts. This is the magic sauce. And this is where you start to change. So when we start to hold our emotions without judgment, without additional oh, you're wrong, you're bad, then you give them space to move through you and out of you. You no longer need them. It's no longer you. And your nervous system feels safe. And you shift your frequency just like that. That's it. And then what? You become magnetic and confident naturally. And so if you're listening and you feel like you've reached your line in the sand and you're so ready to take this on, this is literally what I do. I'm doing this because I found the way out and I'm ready to share this way out with you. I work with women globally. We have a community called the Self-Worth System. The Self-Worth System is a 5-phase system that guides you from feeling stuck and alone to confident, secure, and liberated. It helps you to feel clear, self-aware, and knowing on how to get through challenges and obstacles so that you can become a magnet to the life you desire. So if that's what you want, book a free call with me. The link is below or it's in my bio on my YouTube profile. Ultimately, you deserve nothing less. You deserve a life of fulfillment. And if you've gotten to the end of this video, it means you're also ready. So book a call, let me know that you got to the end of the video, and that will help qualify you for the Self-Worth System. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, engage with me. I'd love to hear from you. And when you subscribe, you receive notifications on when I post new videos about self-worth, transforming your relationships, and transforming your life, becoming a magnet to what it is that you deserve and you desire. You deserve a real, loving life. Let's make sure you receive it.